So this is lesson 1 of 1. No, sorry, not 1 of 1. 1 of 5 for Dom. So pretty much this is the first lesson he's had. We're doing an hour out here. We're going to see just how good we can get him over the span of 5 lessons, and then we'll get him back out on the golf course. Same 9 holes, see how good he can go. All right, let's get in. All right, hit some shots to warm up. Or loosen up, since you've been out already for a bit.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we're just getting Dom to hit some shots just to loosen up here. Now obviously, if you can, definitely recommend you can get some stretching beforehand, before you come out to the range or go on the course. Now obviously at the absolute least, we want to make sure we're doing some looseners out here. So you can see he's just hitting some shots, not 100% full pelt, but just trying to loosen up.
I have the best golfer you've ever seen.
You're far from the worst though. Far from the worst. So first thing we're going to work on in this session is we want to get your setup position and just your posture right. So at the moment...
Please do, it hurts my ribs, is that weird?
Hurts your ribs. Okay, yeah, we don't want that. All right, so what I'll get you to do, hit another shot, I'll take a video. I want to show you something. When you're ready. Good. We don't want to be having any pains while we're hitting. So in terms of your setup, it's not that bad. So you see how up the top here you got your back's really, really rounded right at that section there?
Yeah.
I just want you to, when you're in that setup position, I want you to try and pull back your shoulders just a little bit. Try and get it a little bit flatter there. Just because it's a very, very common thing, one, if you're new to golf, but a lot of people who get fatigued really, really quickly in terms of when they're playing golf or when they're doing sports struggle with that as well, is because it's a lot easier to just let ourselves sit there and hunch our back over, but it's actually not good for us in terms of our golf swing. Okay. So we want to make sure that you want to pull your shoulders back just a little bit there, get that a little bit straighter.
Looks good?
Yeah, that looks good. What does that feel like?
I don't know, I really have to focus on pulling my shoulders back, which I haven't done before.
Yeah, well, it's new.
Okay, and then...
Have a swing like that.
Do I keep my shoulders like tight and pull back as I'm swinging?
No, you don't need to keep them tight. Just in that setup position, I just want you to feel like that. All right. Let's go again. Because of some technical issues before, you might not have heard, but Dom was complaining about when he was hitting some shots, he kind of gets a little bit sore in the ribs. Now the main thing that I'm looking at here, right? Setup's looking a lot better, much, much better. As we turn back here.
My whole body.
Yeah, it's a lot better than, like, a lot of people who are very new to golf, very, very armsy. So the fact that you actually can move your body is a good sign. But this is what I look at here. So as you come through, see how your body kind of gets stuck and starts going up this way?
Yeah.
What you end up doing is, as your body's coming through and you've got all this energy, instead of turning through with the golf swing and letting that energy go through that shot and letting the club release, you kind of get stuck here and you get into this sort of position where you lift up, and that's where I'd say that left-hand side rib's getting a little bit sore. So as you see there, see how you're lifting up?
I do. I don't know how to stop that.
That's what we're going to work on today. That's my job.
Okay.
Now you see here as well, how that back foot there is very, very flat.
Yeah.
Barely comes up onto it. So you work it a little bit, but by then the ball's well and truly gone.
Yeah.
So what we're going to work on is we're going to do some drills. So jump back here and have a look. So just over the side here. The drill we're going to do today is this back foot up. So when we do the back foot up, the reason why we do this is it helps you get that feeling of having your weight on the front foot when we hit the ball. Now you're not going to hit any full shots because during our full swing we have weight transfer. So at the top of my backswing, right, I can actually lift my front foot off the ground because all my weight's on this back foot. But as that downswing starts, that's when my weight shifts and we turn through that ball like that. So the reason why we only do in the half swings is because if we take that full swing, we need our weight on that back foot. Don't necessarily need it for these half swings. So what we're going to do is you're going to have it right up on your toe. If you do it like this, where it's like you got your toes on the ground, that's cheating because you can keep weight on that back foot. So you need to make sure you have it right up on its toe. All you're going to do is take these half swings. Now you're going to start off by doing it like that. As you get more confident with it, and I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't step on it. As you get more confident with it, you're going to do this. And step forward towards the target, directly towards it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You think you got it?
Yeah.
All right, let's try with just the back foot up to start with.
Like this?
Yeah. Going to test your balance out.
Yeah, it really is.
Good.
Connected much better than you.
Yeah. All right. Without the ball, I want you to take the practice swing. Try that step through towards the target one.
How does it feel?
Swing through, and then you step towards the target, just like that.
So without tripping?
Yeah. Try not to trip yourself over. Good. See how your chest points towards the target like that?
Yep.
Very, very, very similar to the way we want our golf swing to work. Chest moves towards the target.
Okay.
Go one more and then try hitting the ball. Good. All right, let's go with the ball. Don't care where this goes. When we're doing drills, we don't care where they go.
Just hit the ball.
Exactly.
Kind of top it though.
It's all right. Drills are not designed to be hitting the best shot. Drills are designed to teach you something. So let's sort that grip out. There you go. Take a practice swing, work on bringing it through to the ground. Oh. My case is broken. So before you move on to the ball, I want you to have at least one practice swing which brushes through the mat.
Am I rotating my whole left foot to go forward?
That's fine. That's fine. For the sake of this drill, I'm happy with that. There you go. Just like that. Whenever I'm giving lessons, I feel almost naked if I'm not holding a club. It's really, really strange.
Makes sense though.
Pure. Really, really good.
My glutes getting the fucking burn. I'll have to beat that one out.
Now what you will feel as we keep doing with this is in your glute, in your lower back especially, you're going to feel like a stretch, like when you go to the gym. Now the main reason why you'd feel that is because obviously, like when we go to the gym, we're training muscles we're not used to using. So they get tired from use. The big thing is we're avoiding that knot in the lower back or that really, really sore lower back, which you'd get if you play golf and you don't turn properly. Because if you take your golf swing, right, you think about all this energy that this golf swing's producing on the way through. As you're turning through, we go all the way through the ball and rotate around. That's where it all disperses. We're not putting any particular strain on any individual part of the body. If we stop here and get stuck and lift up like this, that lower back absorbs all that energy. So whenever I hear someone complaining about, oh, lower back hurts after a round of golf or hit a large bucket of balls, my lower back kills, just really, really sore. Generally, they're not turning. They're not rotating through the golf swing.
Makes sense as to why you set up with the left hand and then go around and adjust your grip for that.
Yeah. Well, the left hand's easy. Left hand, you can just point that thumb straight down the bottom.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. Like just
Good.
brushed it. Yes.
Pure. Really good. So what you're going to do now is the next step. So there's 3 stages to this drill, right? So first one was where we do it and we don't move.
Toe.
Second one's toe up, step towards the target.
Yeah.
Third one, starting position like you would normally when you're hitting a golf ball. Swing like you would normally. As you swing through, step towards the target. Yep. I want you to still make sure you're going to make contact with the ground though.
Yeah.
Don't want you to worry about stepping through till after you make that contact. just like that. Really good. All right, give that a go. So the other thing as well, when you're getting ready to hit, don't squeeze the club. Because as soon as you squeeze that club, forearms tense up, upper chest area tenses up. Next thing you know, you've got no movement through your golf swing. A lot easier to make that swing. We still have it firm, so try and pull that out of my hands. See, I'm not letting go of that, right? I still got it firm. But you see how you can tell I'm not squeezing?
Yeah.
As soon as I squeeze, see how everything kind of just locks up there?
Okay.
So you're going to be relaxed with your hands. It's still firm on there, but just relaxed. You're worrying about your body generating that power. It's not your arms.
Okay.
As soon as you try and do it all with your arms, that's when golf gets hard. Better. So I want to show you something, right? So you didn't step through on that one, did you?
No.
But have a look at this.
My toe came up really nice though.
That's a finish position.
Okay.
That's where we want to be. And you weren't even trying to get into that position. You just forgot to step forward.
Just came natural.
Yeah.
Do you want me to still try to do the step? Or?
Yeah. Still do the step. Good. All right, let's hit a shot. Not too bad considering how much movement you have with your body in terms of stepping forward.
Okay.
But that strike there, see, it was nice and crisp. You kind of got the ball, then you felt it brush through the ground. That's what we want.
Okay.
Now, the main reason why we do all these drills is because, like we said at the start, helps you get that feeling of when you're making contact with that ball, your weight's on the forward foot.
Yeah.
Now we start with that first one with it up to help give you that feeling.
Yeah.
Then we start with the step through, gets you helping with that moving of rotating through. And then like you saw with that last one, when we have our feet on the ground and we're working on stepping through, you don't even realize at the point where you start turning.
Yeah.
Your body just wants to go because it's trying to step through.
I'm still going up.
Yeah, your shoulders are a lot better. You're not doing your jump out of it as much. Still a little bit on some of them, like the ones that you see that they go right, a little bit, but it's not a instant fix, right?
Okay.
It's something that we're teaching you how to do it. We're going through here now, doing it, repeating it so you can learn how to do it. But at the end of this session, you'll have drills you can work on as well. So when you get a chance to practice, these are the drills that you do. The more you can do this, the more you're going to improve. Now the whole point about this series is to see how good you can get with just the 5 lessons, right? So Dom's a busy man. He has work, he has uni, he has all of the above. So he might not get that much time to practice. But if you were to go out and get the lesson and then you go out and you practice as well, heavily encourage going out and practicing because you're only going to see the amount of improvement that you put in. The more effort you put into practicing, more that you'll get back out of it. That's just the way golf is.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit a couple more. Good. What I'm going to do as well, where did I put that? There it is. I'm going to put this, move that foot please. So I'm going to put it down there.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the ball like right up next to it. It just needs to be in line with that blue stick. So up here is really good.
Where am I? Okay.
You want to make sure before you hit any shot there, that blue stick is the same distance from each foot. We want it right in the middle of our stance. So I didn't,
Ball's supposed to be in the middle of that stand.
yeah, when we're hitting our irons, we want it in the middle of our stance.
Okay.
And the reason why I didn't say anything about that before is because you started off with it in the middle of your stance, but as you're progressing, and it's very, very normal for people who are new to golf, that they sort of move around and
I
show.
would have done that.
Yeah, exactly. And you're already thinking about a lot of other things that I didn't want to cloud you too much with that when I didn't see that it was already an issue. But as you're now hitting them a little bit more off your front foot, we just want to address that early. That's better. Good, but you can see how you feel that now?
Yeah.
Great contact. Really, really good contact. So look at that position of the stick. There you go. Good. Nice. Really good.
That feels much better.
How's the rib feel?
Still a bit tender, but I just think I have funny ribs.
Alright. The big thing is it shouldn't feel, like if at all you feel any pinch or sharp pain in it,
It's like,
yeah.
it's just it's more a dull ache, but I think I've just had that for a while. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright.
I think I've got a weird rib deformity for everybody who's watching.
I think luckily for you, I might have been standing a bit too far away, so I don't think anyone heard that.
That's fun.
Good. All right.
I want consistently more straight.
Yeah. We want to now work that into your full swing without the step. Yep. So you want to go through. It's going to feel very, very similar. The only thing is, because your body's got to prep itself to get in the exact same position, the only thing is you're not walking through after it. Good. That'd feel very different to a finished position to where you started with.
Yeah, it does. After all that.
All right. That's why no one ever masters golf. If it was that easy, everyone would be playing on tour. There you go. All right, check that ball position. There you go. So the big thing that you can actually do to help with the transition from that practice swing to hitting golf shots is you can go, so if I jump in here, just jump over here for me. So you got the shot there. Now, if you're struggling with that transition and getting it on the ball, what you do is you take your practice swing and you go step through like that, and you take 3 of them. Take those 3 practice swings, work on it, really, really emphasize that feeling into it. Once you've done that, you're just gonna go straight in the ball and try and do it. Only difference is you're not going to step forward and through. It's only a difference. Because from here down, as you're coming through, pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is, instead of going like that, you kind of just stop on the way through to where it's here. But if you actually check the timing on where it all is,
It's the exact same.
yeah. Good. See how that felt a little bit more awkward on the step through than the ones before you were doing?
Yeah.
Yep. Good. The next thing you know, we're making contact with the ground a lot more consistently as well. Better, much better.
I still feel myself coming up.
So the big thing from this session as well, and it's what I said to you at the start of it, right? We're not flooding your mind with a bunch of different things that we're working on.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
So in terms of where the golf ball's going at the moment, might not be the straightest. You've already seen and you said that, okay, they are going more consistently straighter, but we haven't worked on anything that in terms of is correcting where your club face is at impact, that is your swing path. We haven't done any of that. All of that is, I'm not worrying about that until we get this sort of knocked down. Once I can see that you're doing this really, really consistently, it'll probably be sort of the next session. And in terms of the way I want to lay this out, probably going to go this one here, we're doing our basics, so we had our setup, just getting the sort of basic in terms of where we're wanting to be at impact set down. Then the next sort of session will go irons into the long irons and possibly some woods depending on how much time and how much quicker you latch onto that sort of concept. And then as we go there, we're going to filter in some short game stuff. We're going to do some driver specific shots. Sorry.
Hybrids.
Really, really good hybrids. Yes, I have seen your shots with hybrids. Everyone else would have seen your shot with hybrid by now as well. But yeah, we're going to filter in pretty much everything. The short game and putting ones are probably going to be towards the back end of the 5, mainly just because here in Australia, daylight savings hasn't started yet. So at 6:30 when we're starting these, it's quite dark still. But by the end of the 5 weeks, hopefully daylight savings would have kicked in and we get a little bit more daylight so we can do some stuff out on the short game area. Or we maybe schedule it for another day, but we'll have to see how that goes. But the best thing that comes from this session, and is the thing above all, contact is king. And I'm really, really happy at where we've managed to get your contact in one session. A lot of people really, really struggle with that.
Good brush.
Go again.
I took too much ground now.
Yeah, go again. Just straight into the ball on this one. Don't want you to think about too much, just go straight into the ball.
Thinking too much.
There you go.
I didn't have to do the step there, I just did it.
No, but it's not a bad thing that you can do. If you find you try 2 or 3, 4 or 5 shots where you're trying to get your finish positions right.
If I take a step?
Nah,
Okay.
come on. A lot of people, the only reason we don't do it is one, because not everyone's taught that way, but two, we're all worried about what we look like when we swing through.
I look fat.
There you go.
Alright.
But that all makes sense today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy with where you got to?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really happy with that. Like considering
I'm not hooking them to the hook.
slices that way for you.
I'm not slicing it to the net.
Yeah. Well, and for all of you who watched Dom's first video, you can see how much he had issues with the right side of the golf course. But yeah, no, I'm really, really happy with where we got in one session. All we did today was working on contact. And that shows the importance of contact for anyone who's watching. If you have the ability to fix how your golf swing looks or fix how you're striking the ball, take striking the ball any day of the week, because you can't play golf with a very, very poor strike. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm really happy with where we've gone to. Any questions before we finish up?
No, I don't think so. I've asked them all throughout.
Yeah, perfect. All right, thank you.